So, I mean, I guess Dogler was kidnapping young girls, and who knows what was actually going to happen to any of them in
Is
the
it
end. And
Dogler or
yet,
Dogler?
yeah, Dogler,
Uh,
sorry. But
Come down with
I kept
fire.
on, I kept on thinking,
Lift
like,
my
geez,
baby
I
higher.
just don't think he's as, there's just something
My
about Bad
name.
Bad that just made, like, I guess his plot to turn everyone into dogs seemed somehow
He
more
used a
sinister.
dog pill for sure. Yeah, no, Dogler. I don't know. I don't know this Dogger guy. I don't know how big a part he was of Fat Badger's larger organization. If it comes to Chi.
I'm Bobo the Vulture.
This is Let's Play Together, even though it's a one-player game. The way that we play it, because we're trying to avoid the online portion. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, and last time we obtained key items, quiet examination report, and who knows what else is going to happen next. I know that I'll be giving the controller to Bobo, and we'll
Well, you did say
probably
there was a specific place on the
yeah,
PC.
I want to get over to the platform where Quiet hangs out, and we actually went into a little area in a previous video.
Boss, I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers.
Oh, excellent.
The details are on your iDroid.
So we actually
Boss, some of the kids we've been keeping here have escaped. We don't know why they ran off, but it may have something to do with Ralph's death.
Big bosses.
The intel teams are looking for them as we speak. I'll add information to your side ops list as it comes in.
That is another
You need to
list of
locate and secure those kids.
man. You have to do those side ops to trigger the next piece of plot. Is go rescue the kidnapped soldiers or the escaped kids.
How are they escaping from this floating sea
No,
platform?
but if we listen to the reason,
Listen
if we listen to the cassette tapes, it might reveal some info.
listen. This is more about Code Talker and his research for the
There's
children
more of that, and then the
escape.
children escape. Well, I mean, you
Where is? Oh, there's quiet, but this is not quiet's.
just look for anything with a
Examination or
little
whatever.
dot next to it.
Well, no, I mean there's plenty of stuff down here with dots.
Yeah, and when you and they have subheadings. So one of them is probably Skullface's objective. Maybe has
should we?
motive, the final form. No, keep going. Rulers and language. No, children escape. No, hamburgers. No. Well, the key item, Quiet's briefing might. Maybe it isn't a cassette tape.
All right. Should I just start listening to these? Take them from the top then.
Yeah, sure. What covers the skulls?
The one that covers
Ask
the
not what
parasite
covers
that
the
lives on
skulls.
the
It
surface
covers
of
for the.
skull's bodies is what gives them their power. Similar to my children who live in my skin. I modified the parasites I isolated from the body of that old man, differentiating them with various abilities. One that can blend
Yeah,
perfectly
he needs
into
a lot
its
of showing
surroundings
after that when
by
he just
exposing
got
the
one or
pigments
two really
in its cells at
bloody
will.
hits there.
Another that, by harboring multiple species of metallic archaea, can oxidize
Dairy
and
Queen
reduce
containers full of feces.
isolating the one that covers
Biological waste,
and
anyway.
transplanting it into an artificial medium should provide the same abilities as the skulls, but they can only subsist with
Same
the
ability as the
human
skulls,
body.
the ability to protect your
Once
brain.
transplanted into the medium, they will eventually die. Another thing, the weakness
Like everything else in
of
the world,
one
they will
that
eventually
covers
die.
is
Well,
desiccation.
everything alive.
Their surface moisture loss is greater than ours. The reason they give off mist is to alleviate this by releasing the salts inside
Intel
them
platform.
as
Isn't that the one we want to go
microparticles.
to?
Water vapor
I think you want to go to the medical
condenses around
platform.
them, appearing as mist. But this dries out the atmosphere until they cannot even produce mist. And once their supply of water from the host runs out,
Okay, so
the parasites are in danger. They, along with their host, enter a form of suspended animation. However, a similar effect occurs if they come into contact with a large amount of water.
Salt water?
Rain, for
Oh.
instance. The one that covers will temporarily abandon other processes
love you.
in its eagerness to absorb the water. Pitihorone. Make the weather your ally.
Alright, so the combat unit just leveled down. We should probably...
Yeah, we need to go in. We haven't allocated forces in a little while. Go to Mother Base. Or, right.
Go to... Oh, okay. Go to Mother Base.
Well, first of all, I can collect rewards. Dispatch
Rewards
mission
of
injuries.
Oh, okay, some guys got injured. Well, that's too bad, but they also brought home poop. So that's good.
Ikuzo Majinpu. Now go back over to Mother Base and do staff management and make sure that we allocated everybody. We probably did, but...
Killer Dingo. Killer Dingo. Auto sign.
I'd say all staff combat unit prioritized. Mm-hmm.
Staff assigned.
And security people down, that's too bad.
They don't really serve any purpose at all when you're not in multiplayer.
Let's go to the combat deployment then.
Please select a mission.
I guess we get to do one more, so...
We can go head hunting, or...
Look for one where the reward is fire. And if we can't find one, we should look for one where the reward is some kind of metal.
Oh, common metal is possible there.
Yeah, sure, we'll probably want to do that one then.
Storage shed Destrucity. We could send out a B team.
That's fine, whatever.
But we would lose some guys.
Oh, go with an A team. And put on other stuff there. I'm sorry, listen to you. I want to listen to Navajo guy talk about metallic archaea. Or hamburgers.
There's something I've been wondering. Why are you called Code Talker?
Haven't you ever watched the movie?
During World War II, the U.S. military used the languages of different tribes, including the Navajo.
So you know why I'm called Code Talker. Why are you asking?
I know the term Code Talker was used to mean people sent to the battlefield to speak in those codes. Were you one of them? Our mother tongue was indeed used for war. But I did not go. I was already over the conscription age. However, I was made to help craft the codes that were spoken. So in a wider sense, you could call me a code talker for that.
Okay,
Navajo
thanks
is
for
a
answering my
complex
question.
language, and virtually no one outside the U.S. speaks it.
Unless they're on this floating platform in
I
the
must
quiet.
have thought it was the perfect language to use as a code. Yeah, in the end, the Japanese never cracked it. The cipher is king in information warfare. Of course,
That's why I want to be an
they
agent
didn't
for
simply
Cypher.
speak in
What?
Navajo. They created substitutions for words according to a code book, and then translated those into our language. Young Diné was sent to the front lines of the Pacific Theater as code talkers. To fight is an honor for the Diné. They were the pride of our people. But I cannot say this history brings me joy. Words
It's
are
about
alive.
finding joy. It's about
They're
finding
spoken.
pleasure.
Life is breathed into them. They become a part of the listener. Our words were transformed into lifeless ciphers and used for war. This, after the Black Ana spent generations suppressing the language. Yeah.
Alright, so you want to sort of go into the middle of this platform and try to get up to like the second level or so.
Do not mind.
Actually, just hand me the controller and I'll show you where to go and just remember, and we'll
Was because I
go there
was
from now on.
responsible for coding the language into the vocal cord parasites. I am the
So
same
there's
as
a
those young
room
warriors.
that we can get into.
For a cipher's sake. I must never forget that. The name, Code Talker, is a lesson carved into my being. You said Skullface ordered you to weaponize the vocal cord parasites. But you also
Actually, the
said
third
he
level.
wasn't the reason. And he wasn't. I was seduced by the parasites. That is a
They're so
fact.
sexy.
How? You mean from your curiosity as a scientist? That I
Okay.
cannot deny. But there is more to it. The story goes back to the 19th century.
When he's done talking,
My
we'll go in
earliest
there.
memory. One day,
Because
a
apparently
man
we can
from
go
the
in there now.
government visited our Hogan, our home. I cried as he yanked me from my mother's arms and took me away to an Indian boarding school. From that day forward, I became George. This was the name my teacher gave me. I was forced to give up my Diné name,
What are you looking at?
forbidden from speaking anything but English. If we dared utter a word of filthy Navajo, the teacher made us eat a bar of soap.
Yeah, that was the U.S. government's education policy for Native Americans.
You know, Japan's done bad stuff too, Hideo.
It was like erasing our people.
Yeah.
Their education was tantamount
At
to
least you weren't one of those
cleansing.
dirty.
Over time, the
Now,
reverse
okay, not allowing
education of
Navajo
our
kids to
language
speak
stopped.
Navajo is fucked up.
But to this day,
Not
it
tantamount to
continues be
ethnic
taken away
cleansing, though.
by the
Come on, I
lingua
mean, you know,
franca,
there's
that
people
is
got
English.
killed.
Many of the Diné
Well, yes.
outside the reservations can speak nothing else. And
that
it
is
isn't just
here.
our language. Across the world, minority languages are being destroyed by dominant languages.
Clouds approaching.
So we
Many
need to teach
are on the
Ebonics in
verge
school.
of extinction.
Enter the vocal cord parasite.
And the
I
dragon.
began thinking that minority languages needed some sort of deterrent against dominant languages. In
Kind of
order
like a
that
nuclear
they-
weapon.
That their peoples and cultures would survive. It was then that I came across literature.
So he really hates the internet
as a
because it,
foundation,
like,
claiming
allows
that
different
man
people to talk to
acquired
each other.
language thanks to a type of parasite, one that distinguishes between languages as a precursor to reproduction. If I could just resurrect it, make it more pathogenic, I would have my deterrent against English. But I failed to hide that aim from Skullface. He noticed.
He's very observant.
Yes. I wanted to retaliate against the English language.
And he was like,
Though
sounds
never
good to
did I
me.
intend to actually use it as he planned. You know how
I'm trying to get an
the way it
upskirt
is.
shot on Snake and he
I was
disappears
forced
to
study
avoid it.
how to make the parasites compatible with all the world's languages. All but English.
However, he in fact secretly isolated an English strain.
I'm
I
not
will
sure
not be
why they
held
pretended that
prisoner
wasn't
by
his
the
plan,
man's
but
Phantom. English strain
Phantom.
must not be allowed to exist either.
oh, so you changed your
Even though I
mind.
wanted it.
Changed my mind about wiping out the English language. I guess he didn't want to wipe it out. He was. All right. Well, eventually we'll be able to open this door and plot stuff happens
Okay.
on the other side. So for now, I guess I'll give you. Well, hold on. I might as well get another tape going, but can do that too, of course. Ooh. It's gonna take a while. I'll let you decide, because we gotta go get going on like a side op too, where we can listen to more of these. But
Yeah. Tell you what. Let me go ahead and
summon the helicopter.
well, I don't suppose Quiet's back in her little quiet chamber.
Honestly, not too sure. I figured as much.
What's up, boss?
Ooh yeah. That's like what else? Yeah, I think Quiet is back to, you know, right as rain. She's been healed of her chlorine burns and
Oh yeah, okay.
now listening to music, which is potentially going to get us a
Alright, let's get over here to the
ah, your pathetic spirit could never knock me down. Oh shit. Check out my gun.
Talk.
Thanks.
I knew that already.
What a great guy. Big boss, true hero. Hey, you think you're so pretty, huh? We ain't pretty no more. So that was half the video, folks, and we're just now getting off the platform here. Can't quite teabag you.
See you later, soldier.
He's like, just stand here and salute, don't move, maybe he won't notice you, maybe he won't hop off the helicopter to come knock you out.
Analysis complete.
Devil Rooster.
Analysis
His name was
complete.
Devil Rooster.
Devil Rooster, yes I am. Right. That was the demon cock.
Yeah. The gigantic clock.
So good. Hint. Mist. Mist limits visibility. Spit it at people when they get too close to you and the ref's not looking.
Use green mist most of the time. Occasionally use red mist, and very rarely use wax.
I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers.
Oh, and
The details are on your iDroid.
Dr. Strange left corpse in the iPod too.
Some of the kids we've been keeping here have escaped. We don't know why they ran off, but it may have something to do
May have
with Ralph's
something to do with
death.
Ralph Mouth.
The intel team's looking for them as we speak. I'll add information to your side ops list as it comes in. You need to locate and secure those kids. I'll try to find out what happened.
The Guncam Defender blueprint.
That's part of the multiplayer defenses for your base.
Oh. Do you have more prisoners?
Mm-hmm. Extract the lost sheep.
Prisoner is said to be highly skilled. Oh wait, we got. Oh, the little lost sheep's already done. Oh, we got wandering mother base soldiers. We should probably.
I think we should. Let's try to do that later.
Okay.
But you have to do. It'll be in yellow. A side op about rescuing the kids. We're gonna have problems with the street kids. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, they're in the oil field. Come on, kids. That's not a safe place.
Please select a landing zone.
That's gonna be dangerous. Dangerous drive.
Heading to Central Africa.
So what's your friendship level with the D-Horse?
That's one shy of perfection.
One shy of perfection. So we don't have to get it this time, but
Oh, Quiet is back to life, back to reality. Oh, there is no. That's right. There is no.
yeah, it's a
affinity
robot,
level.
so it can't decide that it's pissed off
I
at you because
figured
you
they were
haven't been
going to
hanging
have
out
some
with it.
plot explanation
Oh.
as to why. Well, it's not affiliation per se, but the more time that the AI of this unit synchronize better with your biorhythms. Yeah. All right, well, fine. Let's take our horse in here, even though clearly we're not going to use D-Horse for very much.
D-Horse, boss, D-Horse. I just love my new outfit. I'm Johnny Cage.
You know what? You're my next prey. Alright, let's
Thank you. King Cuerno / Elvis.
I mean, he is. I'm the king.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going TCB with this buckskin on my head. Yeah, so. Yeah, never mind what we're talking about, folks. Just, we'll be on an exciting mission soon enough.
Could turn any man into a hunter. Any man could be king. Cuerno. Hey man, we heard about what you've been doing in the town. Okay, the boss told us to come give you this. Here, it's like a stim pack.
Yeah, animals know to run when they hear.
I mean, that's probably just as well. I mean, they have to figure that's not a sound that occurs in nature unless you use film or caution definition.
Mankind has been part of nature to this day! Oh, combat unit level down. Means we got another side flop and we can do our deployment. Be careful amongst them English.
Johnny English.
Oh, we forgot there was actually a main mission that we were supposed to check on too. You know.
Get that. That's time for more Kotug research.
I have no doubt Skullface's plan is almost complete.
We defeated him.
At that point, I will no longer be of use to him. I must leave behind this record at least. A record
Oh,
of
okay, he's
how
no
the
longer
ancient
talking to
Robocock
us a lot about what's going on.
became this parasites. I believe he has two purposes for the ethnic cleansing parasites. The first, as their name suggests, is ethnic cleansing. This conflict between East and West that envelops the world will not last much longer. Once the Cold War ends, and the weight of America and the Soviet Union is lifted away, the ethnic conflicts they kept suppressed will all rise to the surface. It is not difficult to imagine that the radical
I actually remember what this kid was specifically, if you want me to sort of cheat a little bit, but if you go to the right place, you don't have to get all that deep into the base to find him. Which is nice, because there's a fucking helicopter on patrol at all times.
The idea that retaliation could eradicate your people. Eradicate power. The second purpose is the Englishization of the world. To cipher the organization. This is probably their main use. Man thinks in words. Or rather, words are man's very means of thinking. If you erase a word representing
The wolves, are they looking for Snake, or are they trying to figure out why this horse is wearing clothes?
Nishone means beautiful in Navajo.
Boss, you need to find those kids who escaped.
Fighting's
still the only way of life they know. If we don't bring them back, they'll just end up getting killed.
Or worse.
A rolling landscape, lush greenery. The meaning we place in Neshone has its roots in Dene culture. If we lose the word Neshone, the images of our beautiful homeland would be washed away into oblivion along with it. Just as Orwell indicated years ago.
Super skills.
Cipher, being based in America, is pushing Englishization for this very reason.
So they usually call it like
5 billion people
Anglicization or whatever.
come to read, speak, and think in English. Their wills could also be streamlined under English. Cipher
Johnny
control
English.
would be all the easier. Economic governance would progress in leaps and bounds. The ethnic cleansing parasites would be a great aid in accomplishing this goal. There is no need to destroy every language besides English. All they need to do is weaken other
Donald Trump only wishes to destroy Spanish.
Russian, Chinese, Arabic. If people know they risk their lives speaking such languages,
They'll probably
they'll
stop.
flock to the lingua franca, that is English. Cipher need not even focus attention on smaller languages. After all, they are already being eaten away by English. Business, education, film, commodities. English has permeated every area of global society. I can see this when I look at young Dene. Some of them have already lost their grasp of the Navajo language. It is said that over 2,000 languages of the world are facing extinction.
Including the outsider's secret
Cultural
language.
concepts and
Which will make sense only to above it.
disappearing forever.
He's coming too. Roger that.
The outsider
Gives
killed
greater
the
meaning to
outsider.
Englishization. Networks have no national borders. By basing them on a single language, they can penetrate deeper into and between people.
Deeper, deeper.
That basic point of unity provides the ideal environment for someone who aims to control people's wills. But how does this differ from building the Tower of Babel? The ethnic cleansing
Tower of Babel, you mean the
parasites
finishing
attempt
move
to
of the
rob
Naughty
his
Empire?
words.
That's what he's talking
Such
about, right?
irony.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It was the vocal cord parasites that gave words to him in the first place. Ancient man had no language, unable to
Secrets, huh?
produce complex sounds due to the structure of the throat. He could communicate only through simple vocalizations and gestures. Then the vocal cord parasites infected his larynx.
So are you leaving one so that you can escape on it later?
Transition to walking upright did not not gifted
Oh, there was another
solely
one.
with
Yeah, there's another one.
intelligence, but also with his voice. At the time, the vocal cord parasites never harmed man. They merely took a small measure of nourishment. In fact, you could call it a symbiotic relationship.
So they're claiming the vocal cord parasites are what enabled people to talk in the first place.
Patterns to attract the female and reproduce. Song
Like
birds,
Barry White uses
certain
vocalization
insects,
patterns.
and also the vocal cord parasites. The difference is that the parasites themselves did not produce sounds. Rather, they had their hosts, man, do it for them. Once secure on the human host vocal cords, a male vocal cord parasite caused the host to produce a certain sound pattern, something like a warble of a bird. Meanwhile, females
Like a war garble.
parasitizing other host
Like a war-
pharynxes need only wait. Upon hearing the sound pattern of an attractive mate, they would manipulate their hosts into
The
making
sexiest
contact
vocal cord
with the
parasites
place
of
they
all.
came from.
You know the female parasites live in quiet have to be sexy.
Without the host vocal cords, where the male was waiting and the pair copulated,
You gotta extract him.
you can only imagine how the female manipulated his host. It was probably through smell.
Or, you know,
Cells traveled
sex.
directly to the limbic
Ah, that guy
system via
spotted.
the olfactory cilia in the nasal cavity. Volatile compounds released by the female would stimulate the limbic system, which controls instincts, making the host feel amorous. This kind of sexual selection naturally led to competition between the male parasites. Males that had their hosts produce sounds perceived by females as more attractive
Definitely hit
succeeded
that other guy.
in copulating and producing
I
offspring.
don't know that for sure. We can't. Part of the problem with listening to cassette tapes, so I just do the missions, is you can't really hear the some of the little sound cues of whether somebody got hit. I'm starting to think you did not hit that guy.
Alright, so let's...
He's coming too. Roger that.
You're honestly getting deeper into the base than you need to. The kid is behind you in that
over
building.
there.
And it escalates with each generation. The same was true of the vocal cord parasites.
You gotta extract him.
Conversation rhythms and intonations became more sophisticated. And in order for man to produce such sounds, they had to alter his vocal organs. By lowering
Flush out the intruder. Out.
developing resonating chambers, they enabled more complex pronunciations. But that was not all. The vocal cord parasites activated a transcription factor that would later control man's language ability. A protein that, due to its appearance, is called Four-Kid Box Protein P2, or FOX-P2. Activating this transcription factor led to the development of brain function capable of creating sophisticated frequency changes.
It's pretty
This was
badass.
the pinnacle of the vocal cord parasite's prosperity. However, this sophisticated pronunciation control was too useful for man to ignore. Once human sexual activity ceased to be only seasonal, and having lost pigment-based sexual characteristics,
Oh, you mean sexual activity isn't seasonal?
vocalizations became
What about in springtimes?
Yeah, on
Young man's thoughts
as well,
turn to love.
combined with logic pathways hardwired into the brain.
Winter, their genitals
Yeah, I don't know about you,
shrivel
but I'm
up.
actually not really being able to pay very good attention to
Leave the rest to us.
No, I'm listening to him. He's just talking a bunch of crap about how vocal cord parasites responsible for everything.
It was around this time that a particular retrovirus was circulating. While not lethal, it infected not only man, but the vocal cord parasites as well. It is presumed that this virus removed part of the parasite's DNA and reverse transcribed.
You are going to be able to fold in the kid once you get him outside of that room, so
It was a factor.
it's not necessary to full clear the base to do this.
Were the ones responsible for the production of language. The vocal cord parasites' vocalization genes were written into the
Their
human
vocalization
genome.
mean woo
The
gene.
parasites were no longer of any use to man now. Man could use his voice as he pleased. when
Man, he could use his voice as he
Entering
pleased.
the parasite's courtship vocalization.
You basically just have to kind of
Lost their opportunity
pay attention to whether or not you've got a clear
parasites died out.
chance to run, and you didn't.
Well,
Yeah, just run, drop the kid, fold them, and then run some more.
don't forget that.
Once in symbiosis with man,
Oh shit. Well, that will
even became a part of his. Humans and
They shot him down. Oh, never mind, they didn't. I thought they shot him down. You were about to run him over.
it will be extremely difficult for man.
Okay, subject is in.
Don't worry, folks. He only ran that guy over with a stun jeep.
Exactly why these ethnic cleansing
D-Horse, fight him off!
weapon. The rise of the vocal cord parasites.
The rise of the underdog.
300 years to the Permian period. At that time, they were not even parasites, but predatory autotrophs. They are believed to have been the common ancestor to the Pentastomida and the Cyclops genus of copepods. However, Earth's
You still talking?
underwent a violent change at the end of the Permian period. The cause is unclear, but evidence suggests that over 90% of the Earth's organisms at that time died out. The most pronounced threat to the protoparasites was the
What is
severe
it, Bo?
reduction in oxygen concentration. The result was cladogenesis.
At this point,
We probably need to call it a video anyway, so if you want to order a helicopter aeroplane, well, when this tape is done.
oh, this one's gonna be for like 5 minutes.
Oxygen consumption and inhabiting the throat kept them securely in contact.
I can talk.
You can code talk.
Survivors were those
Advise caution.
reptiles
Over.
that flourished at the time.
HQ copies. Oh, this is HQ.
The reptiles evolved into dinosaurs.
And the dinosaurs evolved into dinosaur robots.
Dinosaurs developed respiratory organs called air sacs to adapt to the low oxygen environment.
dinosaur.
In particular, helped the protoparasites thrive. But another trial awaited them. The end of
What was the
Triassic
actual name of
period
that movie? It had
saw
like
another
Whoopi
drastic
Goldberg
change.
and a jive-talking dinosaur, and they were like cops or something.
The male and female take the same
God,
host.
I've never seen it. It's like kind of legendary for how.
Originally, the vocal cord parasites were as well. But for any strain to
Okay.
ride out a severe
Shit,
environmental change,
considering how late we are in the
must
game.
secure a steady pool of genetic diversity.
Genetic diapers? What?
Now, the newest strain procreated with mates found in other hosts,
That's crazy.
and in order to increase
That's wormwood.
encounters with those mates, the new strain utilized the voice of its host. The
Oh man,
key
there was
to
fire in there that we didn't steal.
vocal cords. This truly was the birth of the vocal cord parasite. The parasites developed the host.
I'm going to tell you the life story of the vocal cord parasites that have lived for millions of years, and I'm going to tell you their story in real time.
The relatively upright posture of the dinosaurs was important in this, because the crooked L-shaped pharynx was more
Long
suited to
ago.
the development of resonating chambers.
Yeah, the thing we don't know is the code talker is actually just an unsent
Yes.
Prosperity for the parasites,
dead guy.
but for the
Yeah, an unsent dead guy, yes.
parasites,
Well, you know, if you're dead, you aren't
to
sent.
overcome. The
And
meteorite
that,
impact
as
of
they
the
say,
Cretaceous
is
period,
that.
which spelled
It was a
end
strange
of
feeling
dinosaurs.
touching your hand, Lady Big Boss.
Extinct, the vocal cord parasites had no option
Mm-mm.
but to find a new habitat.
Mm-mm.
As genetic successors to the dinosaurs, with
Oh, there's
functioning
fire
air
over here if I
sacs
really
Yeah,
wanted
steal
to.
some fire. If you're gonna steal resources, we need fire, but none of the resources are terribly valuable at this
with the
point.
parasites.
I'm pretty
not
sure
surviving birds that
can
flew
just,
at high altitudes,
call the helicopter fairly soon and ride it out of
they
here.
parasitized ground-dwelling
Well, I mean,
birds
yes.
that
He's just
altered
got another
their
minute or two of
respiratory system for the
yakking.
sake of
Yeah.
reproduction. They gave the birds the means to produce
Oh, cool, you're right
sophisticated
there.
sounds. The syrinx responsible.
Roger.
This would approve the highest activation of FOXP2 in songbirds as well as humans. The Cenozoic era began with a rise in oxygen concentration, which helped mammals to evolve and increase in size.
Concentration.
Parasites then shifted to humans as a more effective host. Humans' bipedal upright walking meant that our throats could support larger
Oh, that's right. It's
resonating
because we're
chambers.
walkers.
At first, vocal cord parasites entered humans using birds as their
So
intermediate
birds would fly
host.
into our throats.
Eventually, they changed to conducting their entire life cycle within human hosts.
I said it. Got it faster than I realized
As
I was.
I have already described, people took the vocalizing prowess given them by the parasites and made it language. And once the parasites could no longer use it as their mating call, they died out. Or in other words, the parasites overcame all evolutionary hurdles except humanity. Skullface shared his opinion on this matter. He said the Ethnic Cleansers Project was sure to succeed. After all, the parasites had a grudge against us humans. To think we awoke them after such a long slumber, just so they could sate their thirst.
10 more seconds.
It is terrible.
And yet it is what I have done.
Alright, folks.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Well, when we come back, I think off screen, we'll have to fast forward to almost the end of that tape and listen to it to make sure.
No,
Sure.
I'm almost 100% positive that what was written down there is all he was going to
I
finish
know,
saying
but
the
it's
last
not
few
going to
seconds.
count that we listened to it, and it might be needed to unlock the next thing. So when we come back, folks,
Look, the
I'm pretty sure
the
Code-
chopper was taking heavy fire. I had to
I
make a
know.
decision.
Had to make a call, and that call was to not listen to every second of Code Talker talking about vocal cord parasites. Next time, folks, more vocal cord parasite action. Except I think we're actually done. I don't know. We'll find out. Bye-bye.